Hello children, welcome to today's section. Children, today let us discuss some output questions. Okay, so we can start with the first question. See here, we have two questions. See the first question, A is equal to 110. While A greater than 100, print A minus equal to 2. Okay, so let's check the execution of this program. Okay, then what will be the output? See, initially the value of A is equal to 110. Okay, then while A greater than 100, so this condition is satisfied because value of A is equal to 110. Then A greater than 100 condition satisfied. Okay, so initially I is equal to or A is equal to 110. Okay, initially A is equal to 110. Okay, then A greater than 100, print A. So it will print 110. It will print 110. Then A minus equal to 2. Then A will become 108 because 110 minus 2. Okay. Then it will print. Then again check whether A greater than 100. Yes, condition satisfied because value of A is equal to 108. Then it will print 108. On next iteration, A minus equal to 2 and A will become 106. Okay. Then again check for the condition A greater than 100. So condition satisfied. So it will print 106. Okay. Then on next iteration, A is equal to 104. Then greater than 100 condition is satisfied. So it will print 104. Okay. Next iteration, A is equal to 102. Okay. Each time the value of A decrement by 2. That's why it will decrement by 2. That's why we get 110, 108, 106, 104 and 102. So it will print 102. On next iteration, A become 100. A become 100. So this condition A greater than 100, this condition not satisfied. So exit from the loop. Okay. So this is our output. Okay. A is equal to 110, 108, 106, 104 and 102. This is our output. Okay children. See here we have one more question. Here I is equal to 0. Then sum is equal to 0 while I less than 9. Okay, see initially I is equal to 0 and sum is equal to 0. Then it will check I less than 9. So this condition will satisfy because value of I is equal to 0. Then check whether this I mod 4 is equivalent to 0. Okay, if I mod 4 equivalent to 0, mod function will give the remainder. Okay, when you divide a number, it will give the remainder by using this mod function. Okay, then if this condition is satisfied, then the sum will increment by I, that is sum plus equal to I. Then I is equal to I plus 2, print the sum. Okay, so let us check what will be the output. Okay, so here see first I less than 9 condition satisfied. Okay, I less than 9 condition satisfied. So I mod 4 equivalent to 0. So initially value of I is equal to 0. Then I mod 4. I mod 4 is not equal to 0. Okay. The next function. On next iteration, I is equal to I plus 2. Okay. Then I become 2. Then 2 mod 4. Okay, I is equal to 2. Okay, then 2 mod 4 will check. Okay, is also not equal to 0. Then next iteration, I plus equal to 2. Then I become 4. Okay, Then 4 mod 4. Yes, 4 is completely divisible by 4. Okay, so this will become 0. Okay, when this condition will satisfy, that is I is mod 4 is equivalent to 0. When this condition is satisfied, value of sum is equal to sum plus equal to I. So initially value of sum is equal to 0. So the sum will be 0 plus 4. Now the value of I is equal to 4. So sum is equal to 0 plus 4 is equal to 4. Okay. On next iteration, I is equal to 6. Then 6 mod 4 not equal to 0. On next iteration, I is equal to 8. Then 8 mod 4 is equal to 0. Okay. So here value of sum is equal to 4. Then sum will become sum is equal to 4 plus 8. Okay. Sum is equal to 4 plus 8, that is equal to 12. Okay. See on next iteration, I is equal to 10. So when I is equal to 10, in our program our initial checking is while I less than 9, condition is not satisfied. Okay, when the condition not satisfied, then it will print the sum. So it will print the value 12. So 12 is our answer. Okay, 12 is our answer. Clear, children? See the for loop for I in range 20, 32. Okay, then print I. So here value of I initially 20. Okay, then the loop will execute till 30. And each step the value of I incremented by 2. Okay, so starting value is 20, stopping value is 30 and stepping value is 2. Okay, then on each iteration it will print the value of I. So let us check how will the loop execute. Okay, so initially I is equal to 20. Okay, so print I means it will print the value 20. Okay, next time I is equal to 22. So it will print 22. Next time I is equal to 24. So it will print 24. Next time I is equal to 26. So it will print 26. Next time I is equal to 28 because each time the value of I incremented by 2. That's why here the values are 20, 22, 24, 26, 28. Okay, so it will print the value 28. Okay, then on next time I is equal to 30. When I is equal to 30, then for I in range 20, 32, this condition will failed. Okay, it's not satisfied because for I in range 20, 30 means it will execute till 30. So the 30 value is not included in the range. So the answer is 20, 22, 24, 26 and 28. Okay children, this is one way to use for loop. Okay, now I explain one more way to use this for loop. Okay. See here, country is equal to India. Okay, then for I in country, print I. So this for loop is different from the one that we discussed earlier. Okay, here for I in country means the value of I will represent not the value of the each element of this country. See this country, what is country? Country stores the value India. So to find the output of this program, first we can write this India. Okay, then for I in country. For I in country means initially value of I will point. Okay, or initially this I will point to first letter I. Initially I will point to first letter I, then print I means it will print I. Okay, it will print I. The next iteration, I will point to N. Then print I means it will print N. On next iteration, it points to D. So print I means it print D. On next iteration, I. So print I. On next iteration, A. Then it will print A. So this is our output for this code. Okay, children. So for I in country means here the value of I is not from 0 to the length. Okay, here the value of I represents each element in this string. Okay, because this country is a string. Okay, that stores the string India. Okay, children, here value of I is not equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here value of I is each element in this string. So this is our output. Okay, children. So now I believe you all understood how to use or how to find the outputs of these codes. Okay, children. So many examples are given in your textbook. Please follow your text. Okay, try to solve the problems given in your textbook. So anyone have any doubts, please note down your doubts and clear your doubts in live section. Okay, children. See you again with another questions. Till then, bye. Thank you.